My budget Leica Q or Q2? Who knows? Let me tell you why this camera it is an extraordinary good kit to replace and to scratch your itch for a Leica camera, and how you can get good image quality from this small Fujifilm camera. Let's talk about this now. Hi there and welcome to my channel. My name is Tudor Matescu and I like to talk about camera, gear, photography tips and tricks. And if you are liking content like this, please be sure to subscribe now to my channel, and let's get to the subject after you've subscribed. So I was thinking the other days at the 20mm field of view and why people are loving it so much. And I was also thinking about Leica Q and Leica Q2. And I was thinking how I can get a camera that will give me good image quality like a Leica Q and will give me this field of view. First of all, there are many videos regarding Leica Q and Leica Q2. And as Lintaro said, the Leica Q lens is not a true 28mm lens. And if you will look at the video and after that at the Leica Q files, then yes, you will see the fact that that lens is a 24mm lens. Very well corrected in a 28mm field of view. And this fact was acknowledged when Leica Q2 was launched, also by the renowned Leica ambassador Thorsten Overgaard. So, when you will open a Leica RAW file in Capture One, you will see that you will have a 24mm frame. Anyway, the point that I want to get here is the fact that that lens, it doesn't have the characteristics of a 28mm full frame lens. It doesn't have that distortion. Some people are liking the distortion, some people aren't liking it. I'm in the middle. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't like it. For street photography, I guess you want that distortion. You want that 28mm field of view distortion. But again, this is not a deal breaker. What Leica Q2 is bringing to the table, it is a big sensor, a full frame sensor and a very sharp f1.7 lens. I've made some tests on my Sony a7R III with Sony 28mm f2 lens. I've said to myself, this is the closest I can get to a Leica full frame setup. But unfortunately, the 28mm f2 from Sony, it's not so sharp. It doesn't have that bite. And even if I edit my files, I really can't get that bite. But again, it's important to understand that that bite at f1.7, you will get it just when you are very close to your subject. Also, another fact that you can't emulate on a APS-C body or on a Micro Four Thirds body, it is the optical compression. There you will have a 24mm optical compression, and here on Fujifilm you will have an 80mm compression. But for my test, I've tested, how I've said, Sony a7R III 43MP camera with 28mm f2 from Sony, and compare it to Fujifilm X-E4 with 80mm f2 lens. And for my test, I feel I love this setup more. Yes, I don't have that huge resolution, but this is another point that I want to address. A big full frame sensor will give you movements in the shots. You really need to use higher shutter speeds to not have the picture moved. So you gain resolution, you gain image quality, but because you must bump up the shutter speed or pay big attention to your hand movement, you will lose the ability to have a clean ISO file. So you lose some, you win some. I don't know the Leica Q2 stabilization, how good it's on the sensor, but again, on my Sony A7 I'll say I'm not winning it. I'm not winning it. I like the files, I like them, but I've said, because I need to bump up the shutter speed, and because being a bigger camera with a bigger sensor, I'm slowed down. I don't like too much to use this kind of shooting for a 28mm field of view. So this is what got me to Fujifilm X-E4. It's small, it's light, it's having the tilting screen, it's focusing very fast and accurate with this beautiful 80mm f2 lens. This lens, I feel it's having the magic sauce from the 35mm f1.4. These were the first lenses from Fujifilm, and if you are looking at the build quality and at the glass, they are similar recipes from my findings. So anyway, I like the rendering of this lens. So we have here a beautiful designed lens and a beautiful designed and sturdy body. So how we can get the Leica colors, the Leica tones? Well, let's be serious. We can't get them. But we can get close to them. We have, from my point of view, three solutions. The first solution and the best solution is to edit the raw files using cobalt profiles. I'm using cobalt profiles for at least 6 months, and I'm very satisfied with the results that I got from the cobalt profiles. They are very good. So if you want to emulate the Leica color and the Leica black and white tones, the best bet, the best presets are the cobalt profile presets. And this video is not sponsored by them. I've paid lots of money on their profiles, and they are good. They are very good. They saved the color for me for a Sony camera. So very good profiles, and the colors, the tones, the black and white tones, you will get it when you will put the cobalt profiles on the raw files. The next method to obtain the Leica monotone colors or colorful colors is to use a Leica film simulation recipe. I'm working at a Leica film simulation recipe, and I've got some good results, but I will publish that recipe after I will test it more in daylight with sunny bright days. But I'm satisfied how the files are looking entirely. But of course, at the pixel level, an APS-C camera will not compete with a full frame camera. But again, this camera is able to print images on big sheets of paper, A3, A0, and so on. So you can print big files. You will not be able to recognize in printing which camera produced the file. So these small differences, we are seeing them just on the screen at the pixel level, but when we are looking at the images on our small screen, on our big screen, but entire image not magnified 100%, then you will not feel the difference. Of course, in some situation it is possible to feel it, like in a portrait situation, but in normal street scenes where you want to have this lens at f8, f5.6, f11, you will not feel it. In printing any normal view of the files. Yes, when you will zoom in, you will feel it. But how I've said, this is the poor man's Leica Q alternative. It's not Leica Q, of course. And for black and white tones, if you really want to get good black and white tones, do not use the across profile. The across profile will bring grain, and it's not such a contrasty and such a glossy profile. It's a profile for portraiture, and you will not obtain that glossy tones of a full frame camera. If you want the glossy tones of a full frame camera, you must use the normal monotone film simulation. So use black and white with a yellow filter, and you will see the results. And after this, it's very important, if you shoot color or black and white and so on, to have a very low ISO. So if you are shooting this camera in a daylight, in sunny bright days, try to set the ISO at the lowest level. Being at the lowest level will offer you the cleanest file, and if you will have that clean file, you will get closer to a glossy full frame look. So it's important to keep the ISO to the lowest level possible. Some other tricks are to bump up the noise reduction and set the sharpness to +5, +4. These settings, strong noise reduction, sharpness +4, +5, no grain, black and white, monotone, no across, will help you have a very clean file and a very glossy file, a very full frame looking file in terms of tones, gradation and so on. So why bother with a Leica Q when you can have this small camera on you and have fun with it and not break the bank and also have the advantage to change lenses. Check my other videos regarding X-E4 after watching this video. So this is my recipe, my setup for a Leica Q replacement. It is focusing fast, good colors, extraordinary film simulations that you can bake in this camera and get other colors, other tones, other black and white tones, color photography. So huge advantages here. So I really recommend this if you want to try a 28mm lens for street photography. You will not be disappointed with this package. The focusing, it is fast, and the aperturing of this lens, it's not loose at all. But yes, this lens, it is new. I didn't bought it on the used market. So good image quality, all metal, light capable, good sensor, good AF, good colors, and you can get any tones and any colors if you will use the right editing tools. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe now to my channel. Hit that like button, share my video, hit the affiliate links if you want to get something and support my work. Also check my membership part of my YouTube channel if you want to support me for a longer period of time. Thank you for watching this video and please subscribe now to my channel, how I've said, because I will post more videos and content like this about camera. Thank you. Please leave me a comment and talk to you soon. Bye bye.